Bottles of Coca-Cola.
Yeah?
Make sure it's Coca-Cola. All them bottles look pretty much alike.
Not now, they don't.
Is that Coca-Cola?
Yes, sir. And that's the brand new bottle for Coca-Cola. The hobble skirt bottle. They patterned it after the hobble skirt Betty wears.
The hobble skirt bottle. Pretty nifty, huh? I'll take the hobble skirt. I'll take Betty.
Thank you, boys.
Hiya, fellas. Hey, what are you all dressed up for?
We're rowing up the river on a picnic.
Picnic, eh? You taking along some bottles of Coca-Cola?
We're doing the rowing. The girls are going to bring the victuals.
Oh, but no picnic's complete unless you bring along some hobble-skirt bottles.
There's no way to keep Coca-Cola cold on a picnic.
Easiest thing in the world. You're rowing a boat, huh? Well, just loop some knots in the rope to some bottles of Coca-Cola and trail them along in the water. That'll keep 'em cold.
We'll talk it over with the girls.
Hiya, Mr. Tompkins.
Say, how much Coca-Cola are you bringing in here?
24 bottles.
24 bottles?
Why, you need 'em, Mr. Tompkins. Well, you've only got 4 or 5 left.
Grover, do you know what date this is?
Yes, sir. Saturday, September the 1st.
Yeah, and Monday's Labor Day. Why, if I took them 24 bottles, I'd have them sitting around till spring. I've been handling Coca-Cola for Jim Westlake ever since he went in business.
I remember. I was in grammar school then.
Well, then you remember I never sold any Coca-Cola after cold weather sets in.
Yes. And I remember wishing you did.
Why?
Well, because I got thirsty in cold weather just the same as I did in hot weather. When I got thirsty, I thought of Coca-Cola.
Grover, you're trying to sell me something.
Well, that's right, Mr. Tompkins. I am. But I feel it's to your advantage to be sold. Well, the reason you haven't sold Coca-Cola after the cold weather sets in is because you've stopped featuring Coca-Cola. Now, if you kept this tub out here after Labor Day, you'd find folks would keep right on buying after Labor Day.
A few weeks, maybe.
All winter long.
Now, listen, Grover. Listen to reason. I can't keep that tub out here all winter. Where to put my stove?
Well, you can move the tub over a little. And when these birds come in and sit around the stove, well, they can just reach right over and have themselves a bottle of Coca-Cola. You know, folks can get mighty thirsty just sitting around a fire. If you've got something that answers that thirst, well, that means more money in your cash drawer.
Do you expect me to buy ice for this tub all winter?
No, you can just chop some away from the front door.
Okay. Okay, you're the doctor. But only till Thanksgiving. I don't believe there's a man living that'll drink Coca-Cola after Thanksgiving.
The pioneers in this business had battles aplenty. And one of the biggest battles was the Battle of Labor Day. The battle to make this business a year-round business. You may think Grover there was slightly high pressure in his merchandising methods. I don't look at it that way. To me, it was faith shining through that boy. He believed in the rightness and goodness of Coca-Cola. That faith was so much a part of that pioneer, he couldn't help talking it morning, noon, and night.
Well, so you've come back for Coca-Cola to take on that picnic.
Well, not exactly. The girls are bringing the victuals.
And you're bringing the Coca-Cola. Fine.
Coca-Cola? Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
I don't know.
Come on, be a sport. Put your hand in your pocket.
All right.
What's going on out here?
I just sold some bottles of Coca-Cola for you.
Well, now.
And by the way, folks, anytime this winter you get to feeling thirsty, you can stop right in here at Mr. Tompkins and enjoy this delicious and refreshing drink.
I'll never forget the day Grover came to work for me. It was the day I went out to buy that truck.
Well, Mr. Westlake, got the order all made out. All you have to do is sign.
You seem pretty sure that I'm going to buy this truck.
That's right.
What makes you so sure?
Because you're a man who believes in the future, Mr. Westlake.
Tomorrow, huh?
Yes, sir. Always tomorrow.
An awful lot of nickels would have to change hands before I could pay for this truck. Maybe I'd better wait a spell.
Waiting won't make the nickels change hands. This truck will do that, because this truck is a means of getting oftener to the places where the nickels are spent. The oftener you get to your dealers, the more you can talk to them about selling more Coca-Cola. Now, you want to sell more Coca-Cola, don't you?
Why, sure.
You want your flow of nickels to get bigger and bigger all the time, don't you?
Sure, sure.
Very well, then. Sign here.
You know, there's just one thing you overlooked. I don't know how to drive a truck.
Why, there's nothing to it. I'll show you how.
I don't know. It looks mighty complicated.
Why, there's nothing to it,
How would you like to drive it for me?
What do you mean?
I'm offering you a job.
What?
You said this truck would sell more Coca-Cola.
That's right, it will.
No, no, the man in the truck will do the selling. You believe the things you just said, don't you?
Of course I believe him.
All right, then. You're hired. Morning, Larry. What are you worrying about this morning?
You know perfectly well what I'm worrying about. Bills, bills.
Why don't you pay him?
Why don't I? You know just as well as I do that we haven't enough money to...
All right. Just sort out those we can't pay, and after a while I'll get off some letters to them.
Oh, why did we have to move up here on Juniper Street? Why did you have to invest in all that machinery? How long do you expect to stay in business if you don't meet your obligations?
Well, not very long. That's why I bought that new machinery.
Talk sense, Jim. Please talk sense.
All right. I moved up here on Juniper Street. I bought that new machinery because if I want to stay in business, I've got to meet my obligations to the people who spend their nickels for Coca-Cola. I've got to see to it that Coca-Cola is bottled according to fixed standards.
Hey, boss, there's someone out here asking for you. Another bill collector.
No, this here's a lady.
That must be Miss Smith, Joe. Show her in, will you?
All right. Who's Miss Smith?
My new secretary.
Your new... Jim Westlake, have you gone out of your...
But, Larry, all bottlers have secretaries now. When I was in the convention in Atlanta,
Atlanta. So, that's where you got your idea.